Alright, so with spring slowly coming back. For the 18th of March, we've had a bit of a cold snap again. So I'm starting to put batteries back in the vehicles for summertime use. The battery for the Oldsmobile, the Sierra over there, I accidentally left it out in a vehicle, a customer vehicle that stayed at my shop. Anyway, regardless, that battery froze, so I might need a new battery for that one, but we'll wait and see. So looks like we got one tire low on air from sitting, and this one here looks like it's held all air in all four tires. Yeah, it looked pretty good. And then the old two-wheel drive Dakota, it looks pretty good. Yeah, they stayed clean for the most part. We got a lot of wind here, a lot of snow drifts. This was actually all grass again at one point, but then we can see a bit of grass over there towards the middle of the field. And well, it just kind of built up right in this area. So I'm not going to take these out of here. I mean, the roads, these vehicles aren't ready to come out of here yet. They're not on the road. They're just going to sit here probably till May long weekend. I have nowhere to go with this. This Oldsmobile here, the Sierra, I might just leave it off the road again this year. I drove it for a bit last year, but I really don't see the need to drive it. I see there's been a cat on top of it. I should really invest in a tarp for these. But yeah, it's just I didn't even bring the keys with me either for this one. The torque converter clutch lockup solenoid is weak in this. It keeps disengaging, and I'd like to put a new one in it. So that might be a job for this summer. I don't know yet. Just have to wait and see kind of thing. And thankfully there's no scratch, which is good. Just dirt. So we'll just have to play it by day. This one here, I'm getting married this year on the 18th of August. So this car, the 78 and the 83, are actually going to be used in the wedding. So I got to get this one tuned up. Well, it actually is already tuned up, but I got to order center caps for this, and the vinyl top is going to have to stay that way, unfortunately, but I mean the paint is good enough. I'll just leave it. So I'm going to get this one running, leave the battery in it for the year. Because the weather's better now, batteries won't freeze up at this time of year anymore, so we usually have during the days in March, especially in this area, this neck of the woods, the daytime high can range from anywhere between +3, +4. We had a bit of a cold snap, so the weather's kind of been like -5 as a high, but still, it's sulfuric acid shouldn't freeze at that temperature. If it was 20 below, I wouldn't be doing this. I also need to invest in some fan belts for some of these cars. This one's ready to blow apart. And for a honeymoon, I was thinking more along the lines of driving one of these cars across Canada, go across country, and that car that I was going to choose was the 78. I was actually stuck between a rock and a hard place on what car I was going to take, because I was kind of torn. I was thinking, should I take this or should I take the 83? But the 83 has bad tires, and I really don't want to invest $500, $600, $700 in new tires this year on it. And I didn't want to bother with it, really. I just kind of want to limp by this year with it for the wedding. And yeah, I don't really want to invest too much into it. So so I was kind of stuck between the 78 and this one. This one here has decent tread. This one would definitely get, you know, across Canada, maybe up the Alaska Highway and come back with it. And tires should still be pretty good after that. But I'm kind of have my heart set on taking the 78. So does my future wife. So this car I'd probably save a couple dollars if I use this one with the overdrive. 700 R4 tranny, you'd probably save some fuel. But I don't know what I do with the keys. They might be in it. Oh, I haven't drank Pepsi in like months. Decided to have a can today though. Also been on the wagon. I haven't been drinking beer anymore either. Trying to save as much money as I can for the wedding. So this thing sat since November. I'm out in shorts, so I mean the weather is decent. But like I say, like that wind is kind of cold, especially on my bare drumsticks. So I'm gonna try it, half a pump. I don't know. And I tested the battery before I left, and it said that it was at roughly 12 volts, a little under 12 volts. So I mean the battery did hold charge, but we're gonna try it and see what we got. Not sure how it's gonna go. Little tight, but it's understandable. Burn like a kitten. That's amazing. Leave the choke on high idle for a sec. Try to get that battery charged up. Air conditioning belt seems loose. It's kind of wobbling pretty good there. This car is nice and quiet. I always imagined it was louder than that because the intermediate pipe is actually a bit crusty. And I had a buddy of mine actually weld it up for me, and I thought it was louder than this, but actually it's not bad. So. Tires held there. I think this one is a little low though. Just by looking at it, it kind of looks like it might have went down a bit. Okay, so that's that one there. I'm gonna let it run. It's on about the second step on the high idle cam at the moment. I kicked it down a bit. She started racing pretty high there, so I'm gonna go get a battery. I'm gonna dump one in this Dakota here, even though I mean it's not anything special to a lot of people. And this one here I have absolutely no battery for, so because of my stupidity and negligence, I've totally destroyed a perfectly good battery because I forgot one and left it outside in a vehicle all winter. Totally froze. It caved the sides of the battery. I don't think there's any going back for it. I'm gonna thaw it out and try and boost it, but I think it's shot. Well, I really wish I had an extra battery here. Nice to start this car. I went and grabbed the keys. Just checking things out. I need fuel for this one. Absolutely no fuel left in this. Nice and clean the way I left it. That's nice. Nice to see that no critters got in it or anything like that. I got this one running still. It's been running for about, oh, I don't know, a half hour now. Normally I like to Just put it in gear, make the transmission build up a bit of pressure. Well, all that works good. Air conditioner. Make the compressor run a little bit. Love this car. I keep forgetting I own it. Royal Brome. Absolutely fantastic car. So for 130, how did I got on it for mileage? 113,644. Not too bad for miles. It's too bright out to see if the opera lamps are working, but